Good evening. Alright, what a shitty day. I'm tired. Let's crunch this out and then let's all go home. Oh, look. Orange. Oh well, I can't be arsed changing the lights. This is gonna fix it. A little bit. There we go. It's a bit better. Right. I have a local build running, and last time we focused on the CV. Still to work out what I'm going to put in this big old black box, some sort of image. But one thing that I'm going to do in this session, so I'm going to hopefully in the next 2 hours do the following things. Instead of having a link off to LinkedIn recommendations, I'm going to build testimonials in here. 2 reasons. One, I actually don't think this link works. Oh, it did. Okay, well, one reason then. The other reason is there's a lot of experience on this right hand side, which is filling up the main section, but the sidebar is actually quite thin on the ground. So if I add some testimonials, it'll fill out this dead space, which isn't the end of the world, but it'll make it look a little bit cleaner. And we can use block quotes, so it's not too bad. So LinkedIn's API is terrible, to put it politely, so I'm just going to have to hard code them, and given recommendations doesn't update very often, then I don't think that's terrible. So I'm going to go to util and open my data file, which holds all my hard coded objects. I have one for each of these, so there we go, and I'm going to create a new one called Testimonials. This will be an object, we'll say a record, and I actually wonder if they're all going to be testimonials. It could probably just be an array. I'm going to create a testimonial type, and it's going to be an array of them, and we'll just say that is an empty array for just now. So let's construct. Let's create a new file. Testimonial. And then we'll export the type of testimonial. What are we going to want on this? Let's look at a LinkedIn testimonial. So we have a name, which we're going to need. Avatar, maybe. There's not a lot of space here, so I think, and I also don't want to draw attention to this. I mean, it's just going to be like a nice to have, so I probably don't want images because I don't want to draw someone's eye down here. I want people on the right hand side reading my actual experience. So in an ideal world, I want them to focus this main body of text, and then if they need anything else, this should be seen as supplementary. So I'm going to ignore the image. I don't need these. I obviously need the quote. So one thing I'm going to need is a name, which will be a string. And let's see. So we've got the name, and we're going to get the quote. Quote will also be a string. Not sure if I would need, oh, that's annoying. These are all links. Manage me directly, the date maybe. I don't need their title. I don't need their picture. I need the quote and their name, and it would be handy if you could actually link to the recommendation itself. And I actually wonder if this is, can I visit this on an incognito window? Yeah, I can. Yeah, you need to be logged in to see those recommendations, so there's no way of linking to them. There are also multiple paragraphs, which is tricky because we can't have this as a single quote. Although I wonder if maybe we can, and we can just use the new line. Maybe. One, two, three. I wonder how many quotes do you think we need here? So if we take that as 4 lines, it's going to be like 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. There is a fair bit of space there. Maybe 3 testimonials. Let's start with name and quote, and we'll see how we go on. So we've got testimonials, we'll import that type. We're going to create an array of them. And the first one, actually, I'm going to create an ID. I'll get a string as well. I just like giving all my types an ID. It just makes it a little bit cleaner and it's easier to reference. So the first thing is going to be an ID. So it'll be testimonial Matt Sinclair. Let's do. And then we'll do, I'm going to do the quote here because I want to see if this works. This is actually just 1 paragraph, but we can test it with this anyway. So the quote will be a string. And I'll need to do this. Give myself some more breathing room. And I need to add name. I could link off to their LinkedIn, but again, I want to keep the attention on me here. This is just supplementary, so there's no need for any links or anything. Okay, so we have a testimonial, and let's open the CV page, which I renamed to the About page yesterday. And let's find LinkedIn recommendations. Here we go. So here we have this piece of code, and I want to replace this with a box. A box. And this box will have a direction vertical because we want them to stack vertically. And then I want to grab testimonials. I'm going to import that object and I want to map over them because it's an array. For each testimonial, I'm going to create a this box. I actually want to operate as an unordered list because there are a number of them. This is going to be a list of testimonials, and a UL makes sense here. I'm going to wrap them in LIs, and I'm going to give it a key. And the key is going to be the testimonial ID, which is why I like doing that. Because generally, if you have an array, you're probably going to be mapping over it, so having an ID is ideal. This would fall over if I could spell testimonial. If we had 2 people with the name Matthew Sinclair, but we don't, so I don't think we need to worry about that too much. So we're mapping over this, and we have a list item, and inside this list item, we are going to have a text headline. testimonial.name, and then we're going to do a text body, and we're going to do that. I don't know if I can actually pass the as to this. So it can either be p span or time. Oh god, I need to update the types here. I'm going to add a new type here called block quote props. Interestingly, there's not a block quote element. Block quote props? Is that what I want? Oh no, that's just what I named it. Maybe it's just a div. Maybe it's just a paragraph element. And then as... Oh, actually, if that's going to be the same, I've just realised I've spelt paragraph props wrong. Let's just fix that. I'm going to say this can be either a P or a block quote. And because I've been using my Mac all day, I can't remember the keybinds for Windows, but this should be P or block quote. So I should now be able to say this text body as a block quote, and I'm going to put in testimonial.quote. There we go. And if we check this, now we have a block quote and we have a span here. I don't think that needs to be a title. I suppose technically that would be in, what's that? CV is a hidden H1. I suppose that's my H1. Contact would be an H2. Well, maybe that would be an H3 actually. I think they're also both using the same. Oh, that doesn't look right. Anyway, I can go back to that. So that's a big bunch of text, which doesn't look great. One thing I want to test here is if I look at the data object, if I add a new line with forward slash, what's forward slash on the Windows keyboard? There we go. Forward slash N, which would be a new line. And if I did this, it'd be a new paragraph. Yeah, it doesn't work. That's sad. Let's just make sure. Yeah, it doesn't work. Okay, so we're gonna have to do something similar to my profile, where I did like profile 1, profile 2, which is a little bit mucky, but ugh, it's a personal site and no one will ever know. So let's go. So we'll call it quote 1. Quote 2. Pardon me, quote 3. So we'll break it down like that. And we're going to need to update our type now to say, I want quote 1 to be mandatory. And I'm going to say quote 2 and quote 3 are both going to be optional. So we have quote 2 and quote 3. And then I'm quickly going to take a look at this and let's see if I can actually break this down into multiple paragraphs. He works with. So let's grab from here. Hopefully Matt doesn't mind me taking some creative license here with his quote. Let's see how it looks with 2. Excellent. I'm going to need to update this page. Where are we? There we are. So this is going to be quote 1, and this will always be here. The whole thing is a single block quote though. So I'm going to look at this. So we have a block quote. Citations, quotations, block quotes. Enclosed text is an extended quotation. This is rendered visually by indentation. A URL for the source of the quotation may be given using the cite attribute. So I'm just going to check that actually. If I was... It's kind of weird you can't link to this. Let's see. So we come here, and then is there a way to view, how is it you do it? There's a way I can view the profile as someone else. Maybe this. Interestingly, we've got recommendations here. So we've got projects. I might actually hide that. It's kind of useless. Join now to view. What if I was, I'm just going to sign out. I hate LinkedIn. Sign in to see his full profile. I don't want to sign in. Let's see, this is here. How did I click? Is there an ID on any of these? Data section recommendations. Really not an ID? No. Lazy. Okay, so there is, I can't really, the only citation would basically be on my profile. So I don't need to add it to my data object, but I want this whole thing to be a block quote. We'll add that in. The first part of this will always be required. I wonder if you can put p tags inside of this. Surely you can. Surely. If there's a block of quote, then surely people can give multiple paragraphs. Let's go on the assumption it can, and we're going to say if testimonial quote 2 exists, then give me quote 2. And if it doesn't exist, give me nothing. And I'm going to do the same for 3 as well. Right, so we've got the quote 1, which will always be provided, and then if 2 and 3 exist, then stick them in here, and we're going to wrap the entire thing in a block quote. And we're going to pass a cite attribute, which TypeScript might complain about. I don't know. And we'll do social.linkedin.url. So if we inspect this, we should now have a block quote, which cites LinkedIn, and then that's my LinkedIn address. So I think that's about as close as we can get for each of these. And because they're all going to be the same, then I can just cite it directly in the map. We don't need to add it to our data object. Cool. So this is the first one, and we now have some form of paragraph. I want to add a CSS object here, and I'm going to say text align, because this is, it's kind of like a newspaper, right? It's like a long thin column, so I'm going to set the text alignment to justify, and then that'll just fill all available space there. I think that reads a little bit better. And then I'm going to go to, I'm going to find my profile, which is here, which has something similar here. We've got two profiles, and I'm going to grab this gap property. And, oh no, I definitely don't want that. I'm going to add the gap property to this text body. Ooh, I can't. Because gap doesn't exist on this. How am I going to do that? This is flexed, so I wonder if I can actually do gap. That's annoying. Let's check this works first. Got a flex gap. I'm gonna say $4. It doesn't work anyway, so that's why you test it first. Why doesn't that work? The display block property. Oh really? I thought this was block quote is display block by default. I could be cheeky here, and instead of making this a text body, can I just make that a box? And I'm going to do the direction. I'm going to make it vertical. And I can now grab the gap, because the gap variant exists on boxes. So, testimonials, I've got the box. I'm going to get rid. I don't have a variant for that. Maybe I should add one. And I generally put the CSS at the end. So I should now add some spacing between the paragraphs. That's unfortunate. This is why justify is always a bit of a pain in the ass. Why would it do that? Because it can't squeeze in hesitation and recommending on the same line. Oh, that's pretty grim. Gonna leave it for now and add in. Maybe I just need 2 testimonials. I think I'm going to grab the, let me just sign back in here. I think I'm going to grab the first paragraph. Quite like that. Let's put the Brennan in. Gonna put one from Matt, one from Mr. B, just grab that entire quote. See, that's about the correct length. What's that, like 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, justified text is really not working in here. 1, 2. I wonder what if I made this text docs. Ugh. Right, that's definitely coming off. That's not working. God, that's not much better, is it? Text. What's it called? I can't remember how to do italics. Is it text decoration? No, it's not text decoration. Text. I thought it was text style or something. Oh my god. Font style. Oh man. Cool. Font style. I think I'm gonna do italic. Maybe oblique actually. Yeah, I think. Let's do oblique. I'm gonna remove. I'm gonna remove this about losing me, although that strokes my ego. It doesn't really fit with the CV. So we've got one from Matthew, one from Ian, and then let's grab one from further back. Should I put my uni lecturer on there? Yeah, let's put Dawn. The Dawn. Sure there wasn't like a doctor or something there. And let's grab, that's really annoying. I'm going to remove this about being recommended as a candidate for senior. And you're probably freaking out because you're missing an object. There we go. It doesn't need to be perfect. And once I add some spacing and things, it should be good. All right. Let's try. So here we have a UL, then we're creating LIs here. I'm going to add a gap here, and Is that a gap of 10? It is a gap of 10, so let's start with 10. I'll just space that out. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, that's so annoying. I wonder... I don't want to redesign my CV based on these block quotes, but where are we going? Pretty sure I put a flex basis somewhere on this. Is it on here? There we go. What if this was like, I don't know, 260? Is there like a size? Can I just increment that? No. Oh no, that's not what I wanted at all. Come on. Can you only edit? There we go, there we go. Alright, let's have a look. Oh. 265? That looks a bit better. If I went the other way. 250. I've forgotten what it was originally. Yeah, it's 250 anyway. Oh well. And I'm gonna go to data. I'm just gonna grab this. I'm just gonna split it into multiple paragraphs. I think it just reads a little bit nicer. Maybe it should have a date on it. Let's see. Let's add name, relationship. Let's add a date. Let's make this a date object because I'm going to format it. And let's make this a string. Back to this. So we've got our testimonial here. So we have a relationship. It's complicated. Senior didn't manage directly. Brennan managed directly. University. not happy. You're not happy because it's missing a date. Which will be a new date because we want to pass a date object. And this was 2020. Actually, I'm going to leave the date off of that. For the reason that I actually collected a bunch of these at the same time, so the date is irrelevant. You need a comma. And you need a comma. We'll go back to the About page. We've got the name here. Just do a text body here. Oh, I actually want... This should probably be text docs, but let's do a testimonial dot relationship. Gotta think of a better way to word that so it's on a single line. I'm gonna make this box as an LI. Just to give me the spacing variance. Bukes. Box is an LI. Direction is going to be vertical. It's because this is freaking out. Remarkably similar to this, I suppose. Title, auxiliary information, and then this. So let's see what the spacing is like here. So we've got a space of 2. So what spacing? Bottom here. 2. Does that work? Nope. No. Annoyingly, I think I need to wrap it in a box. And then we'll say spacing bottom of 2. There we go. And then what did I put as the spacing between the pair of these? There we go. 6. Say this. Oh, I need to do the same thing again. I should really just add the spacing variant. I actually, instead of doing that, hold on. What if I create a CSS object? I said spacing bottom 2. Does that work? If I made that 10. Yeah, it does, because it's I added the spacing variant onto everything. So we'll make that 2. And then on here, we'll make it 6. Although it's 6 here. So do I want the same gap here? Then it's 10 here. I actually don't think we need the relationship there at all. And I think I'm going to make this 4. And technically, if you have a quote, you generally have the quote first, and then you have the name at the bottom. I'm not sure how that's going to look though. And I think you do something like text align, right? We'll make that spacing top. We just have to make sure that this looks associated with this block quote formatting. Let's see what we get here. That's left aligned. They have those quotation marks. I don't really want to add quotation marks. Box divider gap of that. I'm going to do a spacing bottom of 10 here as well. No. Does nothing. It's because I don't want it on that one. I want it on this one. I just want to bump that down. I wonder if text docs is incorrect here. I'm just going to add CSS here and I'm going to say text transform, capitalize. Hey, yeah, I think I want capitalize. Yeah, I think I want that. I think I want the auxiliary font size. I'm guessing. Let's grab this. I just copied that. Is that going to work? Nah, I don't think it was going to work. Ugh. Does that really... Man, my editor has been so weird today. Does that really need to be on 3 lines? It's probably because of that. 4 lines, Jesus. To say QWERTY. Quote. Oh god, am I gonna get a bunch of motivational quotes? was going to add a see more link, which would take me to the profile. Actually, if I'm signed in, that's so annoying. Do I just like no. Am I not signed in? Ah, that's just showing me. Idiot. Connect with myself. Assigned URL cannot be changed. Edit content. Yeah, I just want to see what this looks like. Can't believe there's no ID, man. God damn. And I'm gonna turn off projects. So we've got education, work experience, and then recommendations. Yeah, that's all we need. Okay, so I see more link only works if I go to LinkedIn. I have interest. Just quickly, how does that look on print settings? Let's take that off. Ah, yeah, see, that goes way beyond. That's interesting. I can maybe just chop the bottom two. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Not sure how I would do that on a map. Can look into that after. Maybe I will add a URL to each of these, but I think I'll just make it, let's add a link, and I'm going to make the variant a secondary. I think the secondary one's the invisible link. And I'm going to pass an href. Yeah, there we go. Maybe a tertiary. Secondary. Yeah, let's do a secondary. And then in the data, instead of relationship, I'm just going to change that to URL. Let's quickly sign in here. Go. to each of these if anyone wants to see who actually recommended me. And that's freaking out because this is expecting a URL. And I'm going to do a max of 2 paragraphs here, I think. Then we'll just get rid of this. Alright. And I need to do the href here. Let's go to the testimonial.url. Nice. So that should go off to different people. Can I do align self? End. There we go. I shouldn't need that. And now this is in smaller copy. I'm going to do one final. Where are we? Here's the block quote. It's not terrible when it's that small. I kind of like it. The thing is, I'm actually going to make this. Let's see if this will work. Have I added this in yet? Nope. That's fine. Let's see if it works here. No, I've not added it. I can't remember what the actual muted color was. Anyway, this is going to be knocked back. Let's actually just do like color. I don't know if I can. Something like that. So it's just like knocked back a little bit. And again, that helps attention stay on here. But we'll add colors and theming and stuff in another session. And I think I'm actually just going to remove this. Maybe I can squeeze one more in there actually. 4 is a bit ego stroking, but we'll see. That's projects. There we go. Suppose I should grab the most recent ones. Let's go with that. And I'll put that in as quote 1. We'll remove that. Hey. Then we need to grab his URL. There we go, and that just fills that out. Nice, quite like that. I think that just fills that out nicely, apart from this monstrosity at the top. But so we can contact info, profile info, education. I was actually going to add. Let's just see how this looks. Either that or yeah, maybe just that. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to do. I think that's enough for now, to be honest. I think we can commit that. What did I do here? I'm just going to revert that because I'm using a box for the block quote. Create the data and then implement testimonial and CV. There we go. All right, part one. What did I say? Responsive car design. Okay. Oh, one last thing I need to do is on the print. That's going to go way beyond. I'm going to do this instead of adding them. Where are they? Here we go. I'm going to have this. So we have this entire box here. And I'm also going to have a box here. And this will have text body, text body. And here I'm just going to say written references are available upon request. Box, let's make this a list. It's not really a list. Box direction is going to be vertical. Gap is 10. And I'm going to do a text link. No, there's no such thing as a text link. What are you talking about? I'm just going to do a link. And the href for this will be social LinkedIn URL. And we'll just call this LinkedIn recommendations. View LinkedIn recommendations. And say they're also available upon request. Let's try and keep that on one line. This will have, because I actually want people to click on this, so say the type, is it variant? Tertiary, nice. So we've got this link and then we've got this saying it's also available upon request. I'm going to make this a text body. Savage. Bet that puts it onto one. Oh. That's so sad. Let's just do that. And on here I'm going to add a CSS object, and I'm going to say for the print styles, I think I can actually do display here, and I can say for the print styles, display none, and for the initial styles, display flex, I suppose. And it's actually the other way around, because in the print styles I want to show this, and here I don't. And you're not happy with that, so we'll do this. So it doesn't show here, but then if I hit print, then it should show here. Oh, that's also huge. Excellent. And I want to grab this, and I'm going to apply the opposite to this container. So I'm going to say, don't show the testimonials. Oh, can I be cheeky here? This mapping can also take an index, right? So I could add a CSS object to this, which is a box. I could say print if I add a condition in here. If I equals 0, flex it. Otherwise, none. initial, I'll just say flex. And in doing so, this should show them all. And if I go into print, then it should only show one. Yeah, there you go. Nice. I'm going to change that to all recommendations, and then I'm going to wrap that in a text body, and hopefully that will give me my responsive sizes, and it will have it all in one line. All recommendations and references are also available upon request. I kind of want that to show as a list item, but perfect. I wonder. Zero. If I is less than 2. And I'm going to open the data here. And I'm afraid, Matt, your quote is too long. So if I grab Paul, Ian, then Matt. I worked with Ian most recently, so we'll put him at the top. And then I've got Paul, and then I've got Matt, and if I go into print, then it should give me Ian's, and it should give me, oh, are you kidding me? Always just like one line out. All right, let's revert that. And let's just revert. That. All recommendations. If I did make this as a UL, and then I just wrap these in raw li tags. Slightly over the hour, so I should be moving on to the next thing. How does that look? Oh yeah, I need to add in the text body. Grab this. Then I'm going to look notable work. Ooh, that's quite a lot. I don't think I'm going to get away with that. If this is an LI, let's see what happens. Yeah, it breaks. Well, it brings it in line. Maybe if I just turn that into view all. I did not mean to do that. Maybe I don't want that. What did I have that as before? All recommendations. It's a single C, right? Just a huge gap there. And it's because that's here. I think I can actually move that up here now. That should be better, because I just want to make sure there's some space at the bottom. That should reduce the size. Nice. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. For all the time people are going to be printing my CV, I think that's okay. If I made this longer, view all, recommend all references. View all references on LinkedIn. Ideally on would be on a new line there, but I think that's fine. Splitting hairs now. Go, save that. So fix CV print styles. Okay, let's do the cards. Oh, I'm actually just gonna grab some water. Back in 2 minutes. Alright, let's get this bread. Okay. Oh, man. So last time I put a description on this, pressing this emoji, which is pretty silly. Maybe I'll change that again if I get time, but I've only got 40 minutes, so... One thing that is definitely wrong with this is I added a minimum height to the card. That was my first mistake. Which I think is the styled blog content. Where is it? Styled card outer. And that's fine for on here, but the streaming, you end up with this, which I don't want. So I'm going to take that off because that's a lot cleaner. I only want to add it to the blog cards. So we have the styled blog content here. I should be able to pass in the CSS prop of this. So the minimum height should only be applied to the blog cards. So if I now go back, now we've got this huge min height. Why is that so big? Because that's why. Because I don't want that to be 420. I want this to be 420. On this card takes props. Props are passed through, and that should get passed on to that. But it doesn't appear to be. Doesn't appear to like that. Which is weird, because you would think if the props were passed through there. I mean, it's not the end of the world, right? I can just add it here and just make this like 300 or something. The original idea behind it was to make sure there was no layout shift between swapping between the text and the description. Maybe that can just be 200. Well, actually, what was the previous value? 420. So if I inspect this, what height's this card? It says 450, so we could probably do 175. That guarantees a height of 175, which makes that 426, which means we should be able to do this, and we get no layout shift. So the cards are roughly the same size. So that's not so bad. I seem to remember it being a problem on mobile when I had a look. Yeah, so we've just got like a big gap there. One thing I want to do is I want to increase the size of that emoji. So over here, let's just clean that up. This emoji, I'm going to take off these H3 styles. The emoji's here, which is a styled emoji. I'm going to say font size of, I don't know, 72. That's too much. 48. 36. Maybe 36. 24. 32. 32. Right? And how does that? Yeah, that looks. Yeah, that's fine, I think. So if we made it 32, then we're going to have to come back to our card here because we've got some magic numbers here. And we're relatively positioning this element so that this emoji sits halfway between the image and the body. And to do that, we're going to need, so we know the font size is 32. And we need to multiply that by the line height, which by default is 1.5, and then we need to half it. So we're going to do 32 multiplied by 1.5 divided by 2 is 24. So I should just be able to do this, and because I'm not changing the font sizes anymore, if I save that, then it should put it exactly halfway between the two. It's nice. I also think this is too close together, and I'm also going to just say, I don't know, right 4? Oh, does that move everything? That's fine. I'm going to go back to the text. I don't really want to position that there. That's fine for just now. But one thing I want to do is on the card, where am I actually using the emoji? It's the blog card, here's the emoji, and that's on, I've got this preview toggle. Actually, style blog content, style link. What if I just added spacing bottom here? Instead added what, 4? That's actually a bit much. I would do 2. Yeah, I think 2. There we go. So I originally had a little like eyeball icon, which is like a sort of like preview. Tempted to add that back in because no one's ever going to know to click that to see the description of the article, especially because the whole card clicks through. So I might move that back. Let's do it, because it was annoying me all day today. Is that going to change anything? Nah, that's fine. So we're going to go to the publish date. This is a UL, and this is the video card. We don't want this. Here we have a box, and inside post tags we're also going to have this preview toggle, which will have a styled icon link. Button? Styled icon button? It's not going to be an icon though. That's annoying. What buttons do I have? Styled preview toggle. Unset. Border radius 50%. Well, maybe I just want this. Oh, I actually built it. But I accepted props instead. I open icon. Let's do that. And then I closed icon. handle preview toggle, because I'm pretty sure I can, yeah, that's fine. So that still gets passed through, which is fine. So I can say, let's grab this, it's going to be pressed props. Pressed is going to go on here, and we're also going to say if pressed is true, show the eye open icon. Let's get JSX in here. Otherwise, don't show anything. We can actually just make this a ternary. There's no. We can just use this as a fallback. Close this and no, still not happy with that. Still not happy with that. Still not happy with that. Okay, let's do this. If this is pressed, give me the eye open icon. Otherwise, give me the eye closed icon. Are you freaking out about it? There we go. Then if we save this, it's going to freak out because I need to import the preview toggle. No? No? Apparently not. What are you missing? Has no corresponding closing tag. There we go. And then in here, I'm going to say justify content, say space between. I'll fire it over to that side, and then line items, center. I've misspelled that, so it didn't do anything. It still doesn't look like it did anything. Did I not save it? How bizarre. Okay, the preview toggle has the 44 by 44. That shouldn't affect. Oh, I just got rid of it there. I'm just going to refresh that just in case. That's good to know that that breaks there. Why is that not aligning? Because it has that on it. That's why. There we go. Okay, so if we take that off, we have a little icon here. If we click this, so I like that. I think that's more noticeable than clicking here, for instance. And then on the toggle, this is actually a button. I think I can actually just do this. Get rid of that. on the toggle, I think I can press title through here and say view description. If I do this, it should say view description. And then in here, I'm actually going to return two things. I'm going to return a fragment here, and inside here, we'll do a visually hidden component. The eye is open, so I think you want it to say the opposite, right? Because if it's open, you want to say close the description. I don't know, I'm tired. Close description. Open description. If I say, if the eye is open, description visible, description hidden. There we go. There's a very slight layout shift there, which is unfortunate. So we'll just go back to the card. We'll just make that 180, I think. That should be enough. There we go. Okay, that's better. So we've increased the size of that. It's kind of annoying. I think I want to add it to the actual... Oh, but that would throw that off. Where's the emoji here? CSS. What if I said position relative? And I just said right to. Right one. Yeah, even that's a bit better. See how that just sort of lines up now? I think that's more visually appealing. I also need to change that icon. Absolute garbage. Nice. Pretty happy with that. And then, so we're looking on here. Title size, the description size is good for here. The text title size is too small here. Because I can still have the 4 lines of text here, I can't really reduce the size of the card. The argument could be made that you could put the description in here and truncate it, but don't know. That just looks a bit shit. So it looks fine if you're breaking onto 2 lines, and even then, that looks good. Let's see. See if I can bring this in a little bit. We've got a min width on that. And it's got the min height on it. There we go. the min height off here. That was actually quite handy. Where was that? Where was that box? Here we go. There we go. So we'll set the min height. $209, $211. Oh. $211, $210, min height 162, $211, $211. Okay, so we go down to 162. That's a bit better. So we've got min height of 180 here to prevent it, and at breakpoint 2, set a min height. So we want a 180 at breakpoint 2, and we want 162 on mobile. Like that. So we have this on desktop. Are we looking on iPad? Oh, this is the actual article. I don't want that. Annoyingly, it looks better with the description visible. The problem you would run into is if you have a title with at least 3 here. Just not a fan of dead space, but I can't think of a better way of doing this. Because I always want the tags on the bottom. I don't want them to wrap. And there's no way to really reduce that. Unless I go to 3 lines. So let's reduce this to 3 as well. So if I do this now, yeah, you should see it coming in at 3. And because I've done that, yeah, because that's at 3, I should be able to inspect this now. Which one had the min height? Was it this? Yeah, nice. Should be able to bring this right in. $138. That one's not going to be great for that. Yeah, 138, I think. That just brings that size right in. How's it looking on iPad? And then what about here as well? I seem to remember this taking up roughly the same amount of space. Yeah. So whatever the min height is that I need for this. Yeah, I can bring this right in now. And then what's that one? Let's go 165. There we go. This is a bit better. Just a little bit less dead space there, and all we really lost was one line of the description. So you can flip between that. I probably don't want that uppercase as well. I'm just going to add this in. Where are we? Text docs, CSS. If I've already got a CSS object here, then it's not the end of the world. Let's do text transform. I think I'm going to add this as a variant to the text docs because I've now got a couple of situations where I don't want it in uppercase. Yeah, that's nicer. I wonder if I could squeeze 4 in there. Oh, it only has 3 lines. Ugh. There we go. So it can go to 4, but it will cost me... Oh, that has spacing 2. Oh, if I get rid of that. Still, but very little. 6.5. So what's the one that's shifting this? Fuck, where's the min width? There we go. Can't be that much in it. One 168. I lost 3 pixels and I got an extra line. Yeah, nice. Beautiful. That's a bit better. Alright, so I've got 4 here. And let's take a look at this. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Let's take a look at this on mobile. This font size needs to be bigger on mobile. I'm guessing this is the H3. What is the H3 styles? What if I just made that 20? Even that's a little bit better. Annoyingly, that's a global style change though, so let's see how it looks here. Let's make these a little bit bigger, which isn't terrible. They were kind of lost anyway. Yeah, it's not bad. And then in the about section, yeah, it's not terrible at all. If anything, could maybe be bigger. Yeah. Which means I can just get rid of this. And then this can maybe actually be bigger. I'm going to do a full like text audit one because it'll change once I put the font sizes in. I'm going to go 26, I think. There we go. Let's give that a bit of room to breathe. What does text headline use out of interest? Style text headline, which uses P styles. So that's an H2 that I'm styling. H3. So if we got an H1 here, that should definitely be an H2. Let's quickly fix that. We've got contact text title 3. It's because of the sizes. I'm going to quickly change these so they're semantically correct, because otherwise I'll spend the remaining time. Yeah, I'm running out of time. So, so here we have contact, education, expertise, interests, references, profile, and experience. There we go. So at least they are now semantically correct. And then this should be an H3. Yeah, there we go. Cool. And then let's quickly take a look at this. Yeah, that's much better. That's eating up way more space. Oh. Okay, so on desktop that needs to be ever so slightly more. Oh, it's because I increased it by 2 pixels. What is life? If I increase the, it's going to need to be slightly more, isn't it? Because I've got line height to contend with. 173. That's not so bad because it's actually the title that requires the larger height here now. There we go. There is an argument, a very loose argument, that H3, where are we? I actually prefer that. Yeah, let's go with that, and then let's actually just revert. Oh, 168. Yeah, there we go. I think that's nicer. Gives it some room to breathe. Fuck it. What is my life? There we go. $155. Oh, that's considerably more. I'm going to... Oh no, that's not what I want at all. I'm going to put that back to 138, and then I'm going to say breakpoint 2. Also didn't realize I'd increased the line height here. Yeah, actually it looks better, but gonna go back to that. Let's grab the clamp, and then let's make it 3 rows on mobile. And that keeps the card nice and small. Do I have a 3-liner here? Oh, does that change every time? That's fucking annoying. Nah, it's fine. I think it's fine as is. Nice, I fixed the sizes of that. Put the preview description in there. And then on iPad. That looks nice. Excellent. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I think 3 is going to look silly there. Let me actually just get rid of stuff I'm not using here. I'm going to close this down and then I'm just going to commit that. Let's fix blog hard. Let's fix these tags and then call it a night, I think. What to do. So let's go to blog. The images, I've got the tag toggle. That's not what I want. Oh, that's the root, that's why. Padding. Yeah, that's not going to be great. That messes with that. It's the argument for just having flex wrap there. The alternative is on tablet, you go 3. So it goes 235. The actual argument for desktop, yeah, 5 loads there. What if you went 4 actually? How would that look? I think I actually prefer 4. Okay, so it goes 2, 3, 4. Nice. Okay. Fix blog tag overflow. There was just one more thing. I can't remember what it was, so it can wait until next time. Nice. Let's cancel that. Let's go build. Nice, I'm going to push that up so it deploys. I'm going to run a local build, which gives me this, and then we can recap while that's deploying, and then I can head to bed. So this session focused on adding testimonials. to the About page. We also made sure that on the print styles we're actually only showing one of the testimonials with a link to view all, and that written references are available on request. And we did that to ensure that this still fits on 2 pages. And then afterwards we fixed these cards being too tall because we applied a minimum height to all of the cards. And then finally we fixed the blog tags overflowing onto 2 lines, so we just gave them more room to breathe here. And we also moved the description toggle from this emoji, which no one would know to click, to this little eye icon, which people might know to click. That'll show a truncated description of the article. So this will be like an abstract that I've still to write for each article, but you can toggle between the 2. And then you can click through into the main article if you're interested. Good times. That was relatively productive. Nothing game changing, but needs done. Next session I'm kind of at the point now where I just need to theme it, where I just need to add fonts and color palettes, and yeah, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. We'll see. Alright, catch you then.